All right. Welcome, everybody. Let me say, just take a seat here. Oh, my goodness, it's hard work shooting videos that you don't want to edit. Ah. Hey, I'm Shard. Welcome to episode 29. 29 of One Foot of Books. It's the day after the US election here in Australia. It's all pretty normal here. It's springtime here in the Greater Sydney region. We're in the middle of a heat wave. It's pretty warm. It's about, 7:45 in the morning. Probably about 8 in the morning. It's probably around 25 degrees Celsius. Keep your Fahrenheit to yourself. So yeah, I went for a walk. It was really nice. We're in bug season here. If you don't know, if you're from anywhere else in the world, Australia has a lot of bugs. And springtime is when a bunch of them come out. So I don't know if you can hear them now, but there's heaps of cicadas around. Cicadas, like millions of them, and they get deafening. And there's heaps of flies. Yes, flies. Like I said, I just went from a walk and they're just like buzzing around, trying to get in your ear. I don't know why. Trying to get up your nose, trying to drink your eye juice. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. I mean, it's not as bad as in the desert. I don't know why, but there's billions upon billions of flies in the desert. I don't know why. I don't know what they're eating or drinking out there, like each other. I don't know. Yeah, craziness. Anyway, One Foot of Books. Let's do it. Episode 29. Just kind of grab these from the shelves. I'm pretty sure I haven't been through these ones before. But yeah, let's hit it, eh? I just want to say, I'm not going to say anything political in this episode. Why would I? All I can say is he's going to be a busy man. He's got a lot of crazy promises to keep. That's it. Other things to focus about. Just chill. Come and hang out with me for a little bit, and let's talk some books. This is it's a vintage classic of E.F. Benson. Ghost Stories. Selected and introduced by Mark Gatiss. I don't remember where I got this from. I read one of the stories in it. There's E.F. Benson he wrote a lot in the I think it was the 20s and 30s, maybe 40s. I don't know. I could be wrong. But some cool ghost stories in here. I read In the Tube, which is about a guy who starts seeing a ghost in the London Tube, but then he sees the guy at a party, and it's pretty good. I'd recommend it. The stories aren't too long. They're quite spine tingling, chilling. Good writer, old E.F. Benson. I really enjoyed the story I read. I want to read more of them in here. This is from where did I get this from? Where did this come from? This is a 2016 edition, vintage Penguin. Is it vintage? Vintage, I don't know, are these penguins? I don't know. No, it's not a penguin. I'll shut up now. Good book, or good story that I read in that book. I'm pretty sure I've covered this one before. This is Visual Aid from Black Dog Publishing. It's a really cool book. I got it mainly for my daughter. Well, not mainly, for me as well. It's just, there's not many words, it's just a lot of visual stuff. So like your digestive system, how to do the Heimlich maneuver, but there's one of them. How cameras work, how telescopes work, how to tie a tie. I don't know, I haven't tied a tie in years. I haven't flushed a bowl in years. Maps of the world. There's a few pages of them. The planets are just really cool visual representations of it. My daughter really liked it, and I like it too. I got that from the Vinnies up in Springwood. I got this from the Vinnies down in Surrey Hills. Colson, Whitehead, Harlem Shuffle. I've read one of his books, the one that he did like kind of a take on the zombies. That was good. I enjoyed it. I can't remember what it was called. If you want to help me out, give me a nudge in the comments. I like that. I haven't read any of his other stuff. This sounds really cool. I want to give this a read. It's about family growing up in New York in the 70s. So yeah, I'm keen to give it a read. I do like Colson Whitehead. I do enjoy his stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Another one got from the same shop, The Underground Railroad. This one, the Pulitzer, I think. Could be, I don't know. I'm just spouting words out like someone else we know. So it's about the Underground Railroad that moved slaves from the south to the north in America back in the 19th century. Sorry. There's a couple of really big dead gum trees around my place. And gum trees, if you guys don't know, if you're from overseas, gum trees are these massive trees that grow in Australia, and they thrive on fire. They want to die. They don't want to die, but they get really big, and then if they die, then they just stop. They just drop branches, these massive branches. And there's one right next door, and I'm just like, is it going to come like toppling over through my roof? And I just heard a branch fall off it. So yeah, not good in the dry conditions. It's already dead. It's just drying out quicker, and the branches just go snap. Yeah, this is a big book. It's not a big book, but it's a big book. I want to read this. They made a TV show out of it that apparently was really, really good. So I might give that a read as well. Well, I will give that a read at some point. Still making my way through the Bob Dylan, Robert Shelton book, No Direction Home. Thoroughly enjoying that. I read this a couple of weeks ago. Stella Maris, Cormac McCarthy, his penultimate book, or depending on which way you see it, he released this and The Passenger at the same time, and then he up and got out of here. My neighbour on his balcony, I think he was half naked. Not the good half. Good book. I really enjoyed this. I do love my Cormac McCarthy. It's got some great meditations on purpose and life, death, all those themes he liked writing about. Quite short, quite to the point. Follows a young woman who turns up at a psychiatric institute in the 1970s. And it does tie into The Passenger because this is about the sister, The Passenger is about the brother. I haven't read The Passenger. Really like this. Yeah, if you haven't read it and you like McCarthy, please do. This is when I started reading. I got about 50 pages in. Then I moved on to some other stuff. But I'll get back to this one. David Graeber, Bullsh Jobs. The rise of pointless work and what we can do about it. Graeber died a few years ago. Was it him, David Graeber? Yes, yeah. But he left some really cool stuff to read, and this is one of them. 50 pages in, I really liked it. Yeah, I got 50. I was sitting out on the balcony one day, and I just got this, and I sat down and read 50 pages, and then I never picked it up again. But pretty cool. E.L. Doctorow, the Book of Daniel. I read one of E.L. Doctorow's other books, Homer and something, based about the two Hoarder brothers in New York, who, they had this massive old brownstone mansion. This was like in the 20s and 30s, I think. And the brothers looked after each other. They both got older. They were just relentless hoarders. One of them went blind, and the other brother looked after him. But then the brother who wasn't blind died, and the blind one, because he was stuck in this house so full of stuff, he just kind of starved to death. That's not this book. This the Book of Daniel. I haven't read about. I don't know too much about it. I saw it at a Salvo's, I think, and I got it. Got it somewhere for 50 cents. Yeah, I might read that one day. I've got so much to read, dude. The second Penguin Krishnamurti reader. Love me a bit of Krishnamurti. I got this at a book sale up in Springwood. And if you haven't read any Krishnamurti, please do. If you like self-help. He's not really, he's kind of, he certainly wouldn't class himself as a self-help guy. I don't think he'd even class himself as any kind of spiritual teacher or a teacher or anything. He just kind of like says it how it is. This one is it's in really good condition. Penguin, 1988. Call Me Burroughs. A Life by Barry Miles. I'm not far into this. I'm up to the point where it's just like his childhood upbringing. William S. Burroughs I'm talking about, of course, the celebrated writer, iconoclast, altogether interesting, weird dude. It's a big book. It's a big book. It's around about 600 pages long before you get to the footnotes. Yeah. I'm interested though. I'm interested. I want to keep reading this. I'm up to chapter 2. Tiny Habits, B.J. Fogg, founder of the Behavior Design Lab at Stanford. I don't know if I've gone through this or showed you this one before. I've taken a few things from the first couple of chapters and kind of implemented them into my life, like brushing my teeth in the shower every evening. Tiny habits, man. They work. And there's one phrase that he puts forward at the start, and he's just like, write this down on a piece of paper and put it somewhere where you can see it all the time. And I did. I wrote it down and I put it on the bathroom mirror. My daughter didn't like it there for a while, but I don't know, she's shut up about it now. But it's the phrase is, I change best by feeling good, not by feeling bad. And that is a really good perspective to keep when you want to change habits. Say you've got some bad habits that you want to get a hold of, you want to work out of your life. And if you're feeling bad about making those changes, they're not going to happen. You have to feel good about them. Same thing goes if you want to move in more positive directions. You've got to feel good about them. So that's just one of my takeaway from this book so far. What is this? Oh, I got this from from a book sale up in Springwood. Charles Baudelaire, The Painter of Modern Life. I don't know what this is about. I just saw it there. I was like, hey, looks pretty cool. Baudelaire was one of the most groundbreaking art critics of his time. He was a hedonist, poet, aesthete. Here he explores beauty, fashion, dandyism, the purpose of art, and the role of the artist, and describes the painter who, for whom, expresses sex most fully. What? I think I need reading glasses, people. You can start getting older. No, for whom expresses most fully the drama of modern life. Yeah. I'll flip through that at one point. Carlos Castaneda, The Art of Dreaming. I don't know what part this is of his Don Juan books. I've got a couple of the Don Juans, I think the first two. I read the first one, maybe two, ages ago. Pretty good books, pretty good. Not the best books. No, they're fine. They're good reads. If you're so inclined into that kind of perspective and you want to kind of read that kind of stuff, awesome. I haven't read that. I've only had it for a couple of weeks. I don't know. I might pass it along. I think I've moved it along from Castaneda, really. can't really get those mushrooms around here, and if you do, I don't know, you can't really get a Don Juan, can you? So, how do you find a good spiritual hallucinogenic teacher these days? Not paying through the nose, you know. I don't know what that reference was, but anyway. This is a book I read this year and I finished a couple of months ago. Paul Lynch, Prophet Song. It did win the Booker Prize 2023. Fantastic book. All about when, well, it's like a speculative future when like a right-wing government takes over Ireland, and it follows a family. It's written, I won't say McCarthy-esque, but very little punctuation. Yeah, I really liked it. Follows this family. The dad gets taken away in the early days of this regime. The mum's got like 4 kids. One of them goes and joins the resistance. One of them's like a baby, and just like the world slowly crumbles, and she and the family kind of crumble with it, but it shows the beauty and the hardship and, you know, the resilience that humans have to show, if not for themselves, for others as well, to make it through really, really, really hard times. And I love this book, and if you haven't read it, please do. Yeah, I think you can find it cheap these days. I got this for about $20. I bought it brand new. I don't buy brand new books, but I bought this one because I heard it was so good, and I don't regret buying it. That's it, episode 29. One foot of books. Stay strong out there, or, you know, have a good party, depending on a good doll's comb. You know, depending on what your political leanings are in the United States. I don't know. Why am I going back to that? It's an easy topic. Yeah, anyway. Don't worry about it so much. Read more books. Yeah. I'll see you next time. Bye.